Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Today I wanted to look at generating a website, a portfolio website for GitHub. Scratch that. You're generating a portfolio website based on your GitHub using AI. That's the plan here. There's this post on X that I actually found from a Medium article. This guy James Pog's talking about OpenAI and Langchain AI to generate a developer portfolio website. Code's written in Python, and I like Go. I use it all the time now, so I just wanted to see can we take this Python code and make it Go for fun, and also just to experiment with the Langchain Go library that I've got here. And so you guys can see some of that. So let's kind of get into that here. I've got just a really blank canvas project, so I will just init the Go module. Oh, I see. Yay. Okay. We will use this. And I'm going to try to do this pretty quick. Goal is to do this in like almost under half an hour. So off to a great start. So let's open our main.go. And, I'm so tempted to just cut out a lot of boilerplate using ChatGPT, but I'm going to try to avoid it so we can be more academic. So we got our main function, the main thing, very good so far. Main package. So he's got a couple of functions here. He's got a deploy to Vercel function, and then he has a create website function. I think the deploy to Vercel function, I might get ChatGPT to do that one, and I'll explain that. But then he's got this create website function, so maybe we can rock out with that one, do that one, handcrafted. Okay, so we got our main function, and let's do a create website function here, and I'll type over to here. So that's going to create a prompt. Create portfolio. Okay, that passes in the, okay, got it. So create website, it takes in GitHub JSON. I'm going to call that a byte array. And it's going to return, I guess, a string for now. I just don't want to, I want to make it happy, make the compiler happy. Create portfolio, looks like it takes in the, the content, it deploys it to Vercel. So we're also going to deploy to Vercel. I'll have to spin up Vercel. I don't have that. And deploy to Vercel, it takes a few things. So it takes the content, the website name, and the token. So we'll just say HTML, website, token. Those all look like strings to me, at least to start. Create portfolio. Let's see about that. A little bit of brain freeze there. Okay, so create portfolio. Takes in the user. User's just going to be a string, right? Yeah. Fine. We'll do it like that. And it's going to return. I don't think it does. I don't think it returns anything. I think the main process just creates the portfolio. Got it. Okay. So yeah, we're just gonna call create portfolio. I'm gonna pass in me, and that's that. So does deploy to Vercel do any sort of no? So first, what we want to do is let's build out this create website. Let's build out the API call to get the GitHub JSON. So let's see. We wanna do a request here. And let's just have a little, we won't pass around context. Nah, let's do it. It's a good habit. And we're going to make requests in all of these. So if we want to have timeouts later, for instance, in our context, this is good. Oops. We want to, of course, typo. Oh, context. Okay. All right. Now we've got our method. Okay, I'll fill this out, and then we don't set a body. Oops, panic. There's an error. Then we're gonna do default client.do the request. Errors nil, panic there. Okay, so this is going to get us the GitHub JSON. So what we want to do is get the JSON, read. Some of this I'm just off the top of the dome. I should Google a little bit here. Okay, so this would be a byte array, right? Cool. So then let's call, we'll just keep rolling with it. We're gonna call this here. We are going to create the website that's gonna give us something back. Something it's gonna give us HTML contents. So let's start doing something here. I've been a bad boy and not returning errors. Errors as values is one of the very nice things about Go. And we're not doing it, but we should, because it makes the error handling very nice. I love that about Go and other languages that do that. So, oh, this is actually just going to return an error. Just realized. Okay. Then, so we got this, but we also have an error thing. Cool. And cool. So now we explicitly handle all the error scenarios so far. All right, we've got our HTML. Well, let's finish this create portfolio one. We're going to deploy to Vercel with the HTML contents, the name of my site, which I won't bore you guys with setting that up. We'll probably cut some of that out. And then, okay, so this function is kind of done, quote unquote. So then let's do the create website function. Now the time to go back to the code. All right, prompt, make a beautiful website. Your code, I will say, I really tried to find this, it says GitHub link. Anyways, try to find the code, the GitHub for this, but alas, I will just have to copy what he's saying. So let's start out with defining the prompt. Make your make a beautiful website. Our code should be visually stunning. I'm just going to cut out some of what I feel like is sort of the fluff. But also intuitive and mobile friendly. Sure. And actually, let's do this with it. Use the ticks. We don't want Lyme disease, but we still want the ticks here. Okay. Oh, fancy. Include some animations where appropriate. And then remember to prioritize readability and organization. Okay. Readability and the hell? Organization. This is like a very high maintenance prompt. And to create a polished final product. I guess we'll see. Supposedly this works really good, but include the following information from this JSON in the website. But let's skip the ones that end in URL. Huh. Not sure what that's about. But skip the ones that end in URL. Okay. I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm sure we'll be totally fine. Let's do a sprint F on this. This is the way to format, kind of string interpolate in the code, whatever you want to call it. Gonna provide the format string and then what we want to format in it, and we will drop our GitHub JSON in there. Okay, now we want to use the prompt, of course, to make the compiler happy. Now we're going to look at the Langchain docs. So let's go get this bad boy. I assume we can just rock with that. So we'll go get it and we'll new it up. Let's see. Yeah, notice that they have a environment variable you have to set. Because when I first looked at this, I thought, okay, surely there's an API key, but you set it. All right, so let's try to install. And I'm really assuming that we can. Yeah, I'm sure we could do this. Okay, so go get it. Oh, I know how it works. Cool, that's pretty sweet. Technology is great. So now we will just do a big old copy of the code, I think. And we could like dependency inject here, but and right now it's doing a completion. So we'll have to change that around. Alright, so we've got the new call option. call requested completion for the given prompt. Alright, let's see, generate. I feel like that's what we want. We don't want this though. Let's drop that. Yeah, I'm just gonna double check that, guys. I'm gonna double check that we want to use that. Okay, reference. Is it gonna give me anything in here? Because I'm feeling like it won't. In the LLMS. Ooh. What are we looking at? Yeah, the OpenAI one. Cool, cool. You can just use Ollama. That's cool. Generate content. Parts, content part. Schema.chat versus a chat message. They just have the quick start. Let's see what they talk about with Ollama. They just only show completions. It'll be fine. It'll be totally fine. It will be totally fine. Ollama we have to do all that with the getting the whole model on my computer. I don't really want to do that. So okay, we got this OpenAI. This is imported and not used. Fine. Don't use it then. Alright, generate. So generate will just generate with the prompt. So maybe I'll just drop the prompt in like that, and then we'll see how that goes. They have these options. I'm not sure that really applies to what we're doing, but we'll find out. Okay, and then this is the let's call it response, and what is this gonna look like? Call just returns a string. This returns a generation, which will have a text in it. Okay, that makes sense. Text is a generated text. Message stores the potentially generated message. Okay, so let's see. We're gonna do a. It's gonna return some HTML. So what we're gonna say is, let's look at our buddy James to see what he might have done. Messages. System message versus human message. That's interesting. He also uses temperature. He also uses max tokens. He returns the reply, which is the content on the response. We will see what this looks like when we debug it. For now, I'll print it out so we can kind of check it out. And then it's not used. Now it's used, buddy. Error. Missing go.sum entry for Go module package. Okay. Alright, yeah, we'll just try to fix that up by importing okay, LLMS. we're good. So I think what will be interesting is to see, well, first we've got to get the, before we can really get running up, we got to get that GitHub URL for myself. So api.github.com/user/blah. Simple. We're just going to do it like this. Similar to what we did before. Pass the user. That's our URL. Nice. Okay. And then when we get the response, it will be not quite JSON then. So they have response.content as the JSON that we care about. Print response. Oh, okay. Sure. I think that should be fine. I think we'll be okay. All right. Next, I'm just going to create a launch.json so we can debug in VS Code. I'm a VS Code guy. Let's see. I kind of didn't do some things I wanted to do. Let me just shamelessly steal something from another repo. Cool. We need that OpenAI key, so I'm going to grab that. Alright, I'm going to create a new key. Okay. Passing in the key here. And how would they like us to do that again? OpenAI API key, that's how it's spelled. I think we're kind of good to go. We hit F5 so we start running. And we're going to see how we're doing. Okay. Let's check on our GitHub request to start. I suspect something might be wrong with this. Maybe not. Log in. Oh, we already went too far. I kind of want to see. Okay. Let's pause right there. We'll have to kind of start again. So. Okay. Oh, I guarantee there's an error here. This is some bad stuff I was doing. We also have to do the same kind of treatment over here. All right, let's start that again. Yep, that looks good. All right, so what's the error? Talk to me. API return unexpected setting 429. You exceeded your current quota. Please check your plan. Oh, okay. Technical difficulties. Be right back, guys. Taking a second. Okay. And now we've got a response here. That looks pretty small because I think the JSON that we're giving it is a little bit sad. So I think we're gonna need to figure out from the GitHub API if there's something better we can do. Otherwise, this the promise of this post is a little bit misleading. Alright, get that. Let's try this. Let's try it more direct. Postman here. Okay. GitHub. Just okay. Maybe what we need to do is fetch like the repos, right? Yeah, let's fetch the repos. Truth be told, I'm not a fan of all of these. Some of these are some old things. So maybe we could add some sort of filter on what repos we are including here. But okay, we've got some stuff that I wouldn't mind putting out there in the world. Some things I might. Some things are like forks that are still, I guess, included. Okay, some good stuff. Some things that aren't really completed. Yeah, okay, so some good stuff. All right, so all right, this is great. We can use this to finish this up. Okay, so I think we might be in a better place where it should work. And we should get not a 429. I re-upped the API credits. Alright, so let's try it again. Oh, I've got some breakpoints in the OpenAI library, of course. Kind of cut through those. Alright. Okay. Taking a second. Okay. And now we've got a response here. That looks pretty small because I think the JSON that we're giving it is a little bit sad. So I think we're gonna need to figure out from the GitHub API if there's something better we can do. Otherwise, this the promise of this post is a little bit misleading. Alright, get that. Let's try this. Let's try it more direct. Postman here. Okay. GitHub. Just okay. Maybe what we need to do is fetch like the repos, right? Yeah, let's fetch the repos. Truth be told, I'm not a fan of all of these. Some of these are some old things. So maybe we could add some sort of filter on what repos we are including here. But okay, we've got some stuff that I wouldn't mind putting out there in the world. Some things I might. Some things are like forks that are still, I guess, included. Okay, some good stuff. Some things that aren't really completed. Yeah, okay, so some good stuff. All right, so all right, this is great. We can use this to finish this up. Okay, guys, we are back after a little while. Figured out some stuff, so I think we're actually good to go to keep rolling, of course. So let's let me see where we're at. Might edit some of this out. Yeah, we want to go. We want to. We want to add to the JSON here. I feel like we want to build it up. See how that goes. So we'll say get the user JSON, and then we will see how ChatGPT does if we append that. And then I'm just gonna really ugly style grab the repos. It's called repo URL. Should repo JSON. Let's just start with those, the repos and the user JSON. We're getting some stuff here. I'll just reassign it. I'm not a fan of doing that. It's better to create new variables, less bugs, but oh well. Okay, so we build up the JSON, and we'll just see how that goes right now. And I think repos should get us that. Yeah, it looks pretty good. I'm sure our JSON is going to be not valid necessarily, but good enough for ChatGPT, right? Or GPT. I keep calling it ChatGPT, but it's GPT. 3.5 to be specific. Okay. This is, I think, an error we got. Old maximum content length is 4097. Okay, that makes sense. 21,000 tokens. Yikes. Well, this might be a good time because I'll say this. I don't think, at least from my current experience with this, that it's quite as simple as calling this GitHub URL here for the user, returning that as your JSON, and then it's just going to build you your portfolio website and have it looking halfway decent. I think, like with the right content, I think you gotta massage the data a little bit here, as we developers are so used to doing. So let's see. Let's do. I feel like we're gonna have to just. I think we're just gonna have to maybe create structs and like everything and filter out stuff. Okay, so let's do that. We're gonna look at this JSON and then create structs for it, and then we can just kind of grab the stuff we care about. So I know. Sorry, I'm going to print it out. And then print this one out. And this is good because this is actually something I was thinking about doing anyways, is filtering out certain repos, because I noticed with the repo API it returns a lot of stuff that I don't necessarily think is the best. Oops. We're going to have to cast that as a string. You know, like sometimes in your GitHub you might have some, like I noticed some things it was returning that's just like, I would not put this on my portfolio website. So if we can, let's not and say we didn't. Okay, so all right, string this. Cool. So right now I got a whole bunch of stuff. Maybe I should have. I don't know if it's gonna be able to get all the JSON in the thing. I'm scrolling. It's probably a better way to do it. No, there's not. Oh, okay, fine. Copy. Okay, and then there's a pretty cool little thing here. Honestly, you could ask ChatGPT to do this. But you might get, I don't know, maybe it would get confused. I'm just going to add like a models file here. We don't need anything fancy. Type GitHub user. And then we will say, right, it's a struct, guys. And then type repo. That's what comes in next. Copy this, drop that in. Whoa, it's huge. And it's auto-generated array struct. Okay, so we're gonna go with repo. Yeah, right. Happy? No. Struct. What else are we? What are we mad about? Oh yeah, sure. Package main. You know, you might want to, if we were going to make this more robust, maybe we don't do a flat structure and we, you know, put this in a different package. But anyways, okay, so we got the GitHub repo, and the name of the repo. So what we can do is say, we're gonna unmarshal these. Variable repo, oh yeah, sure, repos will be that, and then we're going to json.unmarshal I think, forgetting how this works. Oh, yep, okay. That's, see, this is a bad name. Bad, here, we shouldn't use the name JSON because that's the name of a very popular package. So we should just call this like portfolio JSON or something. Because then we used that there and I had that confusing situation where it's like, unmarshal, like what are you talking about? All right, now we got it. Okay, switch the parameters around. This is the right way to do it. I think I'm going to pass in a pointer and it's going to return error. And if we have an error, we'll return it. And then we're going to do a similar thing. I don't know that we're going to do this. We're going to, yeah, so we're going to do portfolio JSON and we're going to do the same thing for the GitHub user. Okay, so let me grab this little doodad I just did, throw it here, and I don't think that portfolio JSON, we might, let's just forget about building that up for now because what's that about repo JSON? Oh yeah, yeah. No, that's, let me fix that now. Okay. Okay, so now we get to say variable user GitHub user, and so we're gonna unmarshal that JSON. Pretty simple stuff. It doesn't mind the repos hanging out here, but it doesn't mind the user. Maybe we'll just, okay, so how about we create a portfolio type portfolio, and it will be the user GitHub user and then repos GitHub repos. My theory is that once I filter out a bunch of these that I don't care about, these repos, it will be small enough for ChatGPT. If it's not, then we'll continue to whittle it down. Okay. Yep. So okay, so we got that. So now we're gonna, for the portfolio JSON, I'm gonna probably get rid of some of those logs. In fact, I'm just gonna comment them out for now. Okay, we're gonna say our portfolio equals it's gonna be a GitHub portfolio. It's gonna have a user, which is our user, and it's gonna have repos, which is our repos. And it doesn't like user. User we declared in this block. Got it. Oh, okay. I'm just gonna call this username. And portfolio, we are going to create the portfolio JSON actually down here, JSON.marshalling it, and we're going to throw in the portfolio. It's going to be great. Probably we're getting an error because it thinks we're not defining anything new, but I'm going to get rid of this up here. And now we are. And now we don't have any errors, which is lovely. Doesn't like this. Oh, yeah. Good. See, that's a nice error where it's like, oh, it's the wrong type based on the formatting string, we're saying string where we had a struct going in there that doesn't have any kind of string method on it. So it's not gonna like that. Okay, so now what I want to do is filter out some of the repos because I think that's what's gonna work. So I'm gonna create a new variable, filtered, and I'm doing this quickly, so don't know if I had all the time to think about it I would do this, but range we're gonna filter through all of these repos, and I'm just gonna like a variable up here, repos of interest called string slice, and we're gonna set that up. Let's do compress. I think I have this one called LZW compress. It's like a Rust thing. Cool. Now we can do a slices. If slices.contains whether v is present in s. So if within our repos of interest, if the I don't know why I used u. If the repo r dot name is in it, then we will append it to our filtered repos. So just adding it in there, adding in that repo to our filtered repos, and then that's what we'll use to send to ChatGPT. So that way, we don't have such a huge list. I only put one in here, so we should only get one repo. But we've got a lot of code. Let's see what goes down. Yeah, okay, we know about that. Let's see if we have an error here. No, but did Marshall? Yeah, cool. No more any errors. Let's see. So far so good. Let's check out our repos. Okay, cool. Let's see, repos of interest. All right, we got one. All right, let's check out the names of these. Name. Okay, that looks like the name that I'm thinking. All right. I don't think I want my WordPress plugin in there, to be honest, but it did get some traction in the past, but it's not seen the light of day in a while. Okay, let's see how many repos we get. We get one, right? Nice. All right, my fancy repo. Tell me, ChatGPT, is it too much? I don't think so. I think it's thinking because it's not too much. Please love me. To create a beautiful website, visually stunning, we will use all this stuff. Okay. See, it's like kind of trailing off, right? 427 more characters. I wonder if I can copy the value successfully to the best. Ooh, don't look at that. All right. Now it kind of trails off. Looks like we're gonna list out these. Okay, I'm pretty sure that's looking pretty good. So what I'm gonna do is, we're not gonna deploy to Vercel or do this deployment yet. But what I would like to do with this HTML string is write it to a file called portfolio site.html, so we can just and we can just cast it to a byte array. So we can just, I'm pretty sure we can do this. See how that's going. Perms. I totally forgot about this. Okay, guys, we're gonna have to consult the internets or AI. I try to always be nice to it in case it does take over the world, you know. That's probably silly thinking, but what's the worst? I mean, it doesn't hurt, right? Super simple. Oh. So like deprecated. Yeah, why would we want to do it in one call? Why would we want to take longer? Why would we want to write more code? The whole point of AI is to write less code. Duh. All right. Oh, it's gonna return error though. We're not. If we get it, we're not gonna see it. I'm gonna get rid of that breakpoint. Okay. Beautiful. Oh, you know, it's gonna. I'm also logging the AI response. Oh. Okay. Nice. We have returned nothing. Okay. Right. It's a thing of we'll just do that. We reassign it text. Let's say if AI response. So we just don't get we don't get a panic. I mean, this is just really good. You gotta have this kind of practice, I think. If the length is 0, we will return just like a new error. Bless you, my love. Sure, that works good. Get rid of that breakpoint. Less breakpoints. Actually, let's see, an error here, right? Yeah. So if we have an error there, gotta return it, handle that. Otherwise, we'll just skip over it. We wouldn't want that. Okay. 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 Hey, look at this. Oh. It's cut off. Now, why would it be cut off? Maybe because I specified a very small, or didn't specify, like, the number of tokens. Right? So let's see about that. Oh yeah, I need to open that, yes, this thing. The library, again. Oh, no, no, no. That is not what I'm looking for. And why am I doing this? Do that. It's Friday night, guys. I have Friday brain. Okay. It's really basic. Documentation site. One example where it shows us the how to set the tokens, right? And let's do temperature too. I don't, because like, okay, let's go by this guy's thing. His temperature is what is it? 0.2. Max tokens 2,500 characters. Okay. Here I'm doing. There we go. All right, we got that one, but he did 0.2. He did lms dot max tokens 2,500. I think without that, it will just do something pretty small as the default. Okay, so yeah, it's like, whoa, this HTML file sucks. So let's redo this and see see how it goes. See if we get like a valid HTML, if it's enough. Otherwise, I'll just maybe I wonder what the max I can do is for the max tokens. The max, you know. Little Jeopardy theme music here would make sense. Oh, you know why it would make more sense is because I haven't ran the freaking thing. Exited. Do we get more? What's going on? Let's just get rid of this for now. I don't know if that's tripping something up. Okay. No errors. Just like we was always working. That exited. Why did that exit? Okay, something here, right? What, did we panic over here? The whole point was not to panic. So yeah, must be something in here. Error. API returned status. Oh. Smallest maximum content length is 497 tokens. However, you requested. I requested what, buddy? Show me. Four. Okay. Well, how come it worked before that? We were just playing around with this. Okay. So what we can do is rip out some of the stuff we don't care about. Like, do we need all of this? Probably not. Events, I just think the hooks, issue events, don't need stargazers. I mean, we probably don't need a lot of this, right? Like, maybe I should be a little bit more liberal in my approach here. Maybe I'll just comment some of these out so we can like see what we got later if we want to bring things back in. But I'm a little concerned that I only got one repo in here and it's already just like, oh, it's falling apart. And let's get rid of all this. We can go. Okay. Let's try this again. With temperature. I don't know if that changed something. I'll say this though. What happened with the error that we returned from this? Sort of like, oh, that would be good. A little panicked on that. Debug session is currently active. Let's drop that. And roll the tape again. Okay. We know we're requesting. We know GPT model is thinking. It wants to give us a website. Think positive thoughts. Come on now. Okay, do we have an error? No, we don't. That's great. Okay, we've got more characters, everything, and we're done. somewhere along the line we logged something that it was a pointer. That's what this was. Let's just comment that out. I mean, let's just get rid of that. Portfolio site. Ah, yeah, baby. We got the whole deal here. Okay, so this isn't WSL, so I don't know. Can we open this and like? It's not gonna know what to do, right? Oh, snap. I don't know. Something seems a bit funky here. Maybe trying to load it through WSL stuff is not like what it likes. Let's just create a new text document called portfolio.html. Oops, my camera battery. 1 second. What's up, guys? We are back, and I got a little bit chilly, so I threw on something, and camera's recharged. Good news. So I changed up, I think the prompt maybe a tiny bit, seemed to have a pretty big impact. And now when we open the portfolio site, oh, look at that. Look at that. It looks, it doesn't look like the garbage of before. And in fact, it, you know, it loaded my, you know, this is a website. Okay. So that's pretty cool. The other thing I added is I added a style. Give it a blank style, please. Let's be nice about it. So let's try. I said a scary dark theme, spooky. Don't know if it cared about the spooky part or the scary part. Maybe let's say dark theme with some nice orange. And I think I want to add in another repo from my little collection here. Yeah, okay. Let's do all of these ones that I've got up here. So token buddy. So we're going to add all those, and then, oops, going to run it again. This model's maximum content. Okay. So we added too much. Can we get away with just 2? No, we can't. But we can get away with just 1, right? I think we're thinking about this website. It's going to be beautiful. And I think maybe if I trim down the structs quite a bit, maybe some more, we might be able to get it done. Hopefully, website generated. Oh, okay. Let's do a refresh. Okay. Got some orange in there. But you know, it's a little bland. Visually stunning. I don't know if I would call it that. Let's see about mobile here. Does it handle mobile? Sure. Make the cards have a hover animation. Alright, we're going to try that and run that. One thing at a time here. And then, while it's doing that, I'm going to go in here and trim this down. We don't need all that. Login URL. Yeah. Let's see the repo. Don't need that. Don't need that. We don't really need all of this. We don't need. We want the URL. We want the description. Trees, contributors URL, subscribers URL. Okay, so this is more URLs to get more info about it, which start. Let's do this. Stargazers and watchers. Maybe language. If that's gonna give us like the Rust aspect, yeah. Different languages. Okay, let's see what we got though for our latest. Do the cards have a hover? I think they do, son. It's quite a lot of hover though. It's a little excessive, but okay. Okay. You're just a robot. You're doing the best you can. I'm going to try now to include an additional repo, and we've removed a lot from the JSON, so I feel like it should be a little more doable here. There's not really a lot we're trying to send in the JSON. Alright, that looks like it likes it. So I think we'll be able to add a couple more. Nothing too complicated, just trimming it down. And then we'll get a nice message. I also, while the camera was charging, kind of cleaned up the main function, so we'll log when we're done here. Portfolio website generated. Let's see what we got. Oh. 0 stars. Okay, language Rust though. That's pretty cool. Got both of those. And then let's add a couple more and run it again. Jeopardy theme music here. And I think once this is done, I'm going to try just one more kind of interesting thing with the prompt. Alright, I think we know what we're getting at this point. Or do we? Now it's back to a list. Okay. Well, it's still basically the same. So, include some animations. Have a hover, maybe like a box shadow animation. And the other thing I want to do is see if I can get like a nice little header area. Include a gorgeous hero image header area. The background for this should be a beautiful mountain range. Let's just see what it'll do with that. Cool. There's actually another one I'd like to include in here. I'll save that once we're done. Although I think it's probably fine. Yeah. I saved it. I went there. All right. It was able to handle all that craziness I just asked of it. Oh, okay. I don't think it really... Alright, this is nice. Except for the fact that it includes a picture of me on every single one. Looks like... Maybe let's say use gradients and fun vector images for the elements and background. Let's see what it does with that. And then I think I'll be about done here messing around, and we can look at deploying this. Because ultimately, we're interested in getting a baseline, but a pretty dang nice baseline. And then, you know, the cool thing is we can tweak this and maybe add more, you know, data in, or maybe we can break this up into multiple calls to the GPT model. So there's a lot that we can do here. We could maybe like build up the HTML over time and include other data. Okay. Alrighty. Refreshing yet again. Oh, that's a cool one. Oh, I like this. This might be my favorite one yet. Now I will say it didn't do anything. Let me try a different style. Sorry guys. How about dark theme with snowy mountains? I always, for some reason, I'm very into blue snowy mountains. I'm very into snowy mountains lately for different web design things, I guess. It's a thing. Okay. This will be the last time, and then I think we're going to look at deploying this. I mean, you know, you can see how our days are numbered, guys. Our days of coding are numbered. Just kidding. I don't necessarily think that's a guarantee. You know, we all hear a zillion opinions out there about AI replacing humans, but definitely they might just be here to augment the value that we create. Okay. Ooh. Okay, I like this. I just don't like the fact that it puts my dang picture on every single damn repo. Also, I'm going to say make any links open new tab. It doesn't really seem to want to pull any images. Like, I was hoping it might be like, oh yeah, sure, I got a picture of some beautiful mountains, or, you know, oh, Darwell theme. Let's say blue oceans. Alright, I said last time was the last time, but this is really the last time. While we're doing that, I will go over to Netlify here, to this blog, how to deploy a simple website. Alright, so what I want to do is basically copy this blog post and send it to ChatGPT and say, hey, can you write me some Go code to deploy see if this copy. All right. This is pretty risky. Okay. Do with that what we will. Let's see if it's done. Okay, we're gonna roll with this. Even though the image is something that I just don't. Maybe it'll do something differently when we try it again. But anyways, the point is, you know, you can kind of keep giving it info, and maybe we can get it improved upon. Okay, so let's see now. Let's do this. Okay, so ChatGPT told us quite a lot of info on how to deploy this. I'm literally just going to copy all that. I'm going to create maybe a new folder here called Netlify, and then Netlify.go, paste all that in there. Netlify. All right, so let's just try to file path. Hey, it doesn't like IOUtil. That is deprecated. You should know that. IO. You just do OS? Okay. That was really silly. Alright, so let's just like double check its work. Alright, so we get the file paths. We're creating shawsums. Oh, nice. And then we're putting that in the map. It's going to create a deployment, and then to upload the file, implement file upload logic. Oh, you're going to kill me with that. Alright, handle response and extract deploy ID. Let's see if it helps us here. Oh, it's going to use JSON decoder. Sure. Then we can grab this here, slap it in there. That looks good. And then for the upload, so the binary, Alright, that should be enough to give it enough. Okay. Yeah. There we go. Okay. So handle the response. That's the part that it also didn't really want to do. Is there anything we need to worry about? It's going to be 200. We'll just, if there's not, if it's not 200, then we will return we'll format the error. Alright. That looks pretty good. Netlify upload URL. Build the upload URL. This is looking kind of weak sauce here. Let's see. I think we can use this to get ourselves powered up. Oh, I see. Maybe sure we can put it in. Wait. Question. Can we? Yeah. Will it know? Okay. That looks nice. So we got deploy Netlify there at the end. We'll just call netlify.deploy Netlify. All right. Maybe I'll just set like, what is the file name? Before we do that. Folio HTML file name. That's a long one. And we'll just slap that in there. And we'll just say folio site.html. So yeah, we got that here, and then we can also what I'll do is make it a string here. Definitely just, you know, we have one source of truth for what this file name is. We're not running into an issue where they get out of alignment. We'll call it HTML file. All right. So we've got that. Let's return errors here. That looks like an error. Looks like an error. Cool. Okay, if yeah, so we got the errors there. It's doing good stuff. We've got some kind of problem though. Oh, turn nil. Great. Okay, so now we need to provide some dang values here. My personal access token. Something tells me that I will be using environment variables here. All right, I am take me a second, guys, to just signed up for Netlify to find these values. Create a new personal access token. User application / personal. User applications personal. Create a personal access token. Beautiful. Alright, you guys can't see what I'm doing here, but host.get token. Site ID. I don't think this is used. Okay, maybe it is. We'll see if it steering me in the right direction or not. Alright, I'm pretty sure this is the site ID. Alright, well, I guess here goes nothing. Let's freaking run it, see if it works. See how things go here. Okay, so we got our website back. Let's move forward. Oh, something didn't go right there. I'm guessing that the response was a little sad. Okay. Let's set another error here. Oops. Where did I put that? Yep. Okay. Alright, let's do this again. See what's going on. Okay. Error creating deploy received non-to SAS code 404. Okay, 404. Think we know what that could be. Let's verify that this is correct. Okay. So we're going to post to sites. We don't need all of this crap. Alright, that's probably problem number 1. For some reason, it didn't hit our breakpoint. Don't know why. Or, oh, maybe it's this one it hit, didn't hit. Let's see. We're going to find out together. Tick-tock. While it's doing that, let's check on what the last portfolio site looked like. Pretty similar. Okay. I like this a little better, except I don't really want to see all those. Oh, 3 on Twilio Rest. Nice. AI is doing its thing. We're just thinking over here. You know what's the other repo I'm going to include, guys? This one. Okay. In fact, let me throw that in. Okay. Let's just verify here. Oh, there's no trailing slash. I feel like we're asking for 404. Oh, we're getting a 500 though, which is better. Not really. So there's an error. We really need to read this out. Oh boy. Alright, let's do. Body should be bytes, right? Yep. Okay, so we will print out the body in this case. See why we're getting a 500. Okay, here we go. Let's see if we get this to work, otherwise we'll just do it the manual way. Well, we know it's not going to work because status code is 500. Let's see. Empty body. Let's do nil. Don't know about that body it's doing. v1/sites API/v1/sites. Okay. Alright, so we're going to post. We're going to get our status code. It's a 500, wouldn't you know it? Oh. Whoa. That doesn't matter, but let's try this again. We got a post application type JSON though. That is where I feel like they might ChatGPT might be setting me up to fail there. Let's shut that down. Let's try it again. Alright, let's see how this does. Ha ha ha! It was the app content type. Oh. In io.read all. Oh, yeah, okay. Let's say if it's either less than okay or is or if it's greater than you know, let's just, I don't think there is 299. Is there an HTTP 299? I'm gonna find out right now. 299. I'm pretty sure, no there's not. Nope. Successful responses 200, 299. 226. Okay. So we'll just do it like that, and now let's run this sucker. We're so close. Can almost taste it. Boy, AI sure is slow to think of websites. Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. Let's give me a website now. Okay, getting a little silly. Alright, so don't need that breakpoint really. That's slowing me down. We got no error. We do have a nice deploy ID. Cool, cool. Let's see what else we got. Bad status code, right? 404. Love it. Deploy ID. And then, okay, this something seems a bit funky here. Oh, I feel like it doesn't want that. It wants like the shasham. Shasham. I just want to say shasham. Okay, but post. Oh, bro. Come on, ChatGPT. You missed this whole part. Did you ever think of that before? Alright, come on. Allow me to stay lazy, please. Create deploy. That's already... No. Are you constructing that URL? Okay, yeah, you're not really... Oh, okay. So maybe it was trying to do that before, but like... What is it sending? Okay, so maybe that's like... That's create deploy. Maybe this is create file upload. And then this is going to be, again, this guy. So what's going to be the response on that? It's going to return the ID again. The response to your last request will return a deploy ID. Site ID. Oh. So the first one is going to have a site ID. That's what we actually want. And then this one's just going to have the ID, which I should have. Yeah. We're going to do create file upload response. It's going to be the ID. Okay, so now create the deploy. We need to upload the file. This is the site file ID. This is the site ID, what it is. So that will be what is returned there? Create file upload. Oh. Create file upload response. That is going to be the ID. Okay, so right. So we create the deploy, and then we need to create the file upload. Which we can totally do. Create file upload. Oh. So we need to do that after the shawshams. But oh. Okay. This is really deploy ID. This is really site ID. And with this, create file upload, this is really going to be site ID. That's the site ID. Okay. So I breezed past that before. Sites deploys create the deploy. Oh, okay. So this is cool. So we're not even. I was trying to create a site before. This is really the site, and this is the deploy. So that's what we're going to do here. We're going to return the deploy ID, which is what this needs to be. Files. Oh, yeah. And then for the files, we would say file name. Okay. Is it really that simple? Maybe so. Okay. So it is the file name. All right. So we are. Okay. We create the site. That's going to be here. We create the deploy, which takes this, but how does it know about the site ID? I don't feel like it does know. Okay, site ID. And then let's get this thing gone because that's not relevant. And we gotta pass this in. Oh, that's definitely the wrong type. Okay. Oh, everything's no more compiler errors. Okay, we're gonna create the shawshams, create the site, then we create the deploy because of the deploy ID, then we upload the file with the deploy ID. And that's gonna make sense. Okay, yeah, let's do it. What could go wrong, right? We're so close, guys. And I am ready to be there. Okay, guys, well, as you can see, we have our deployment in progress. There seems to be some issues with it registering the files that we're trying to provide. So, okay. All right, guys. Well, I just don't know what to tell you. I tried to deploy to Netlify following their article with. I also debugged it with Postman exactly as they describe, and it just doesn't work like they say. So I created a post on their support forum because you can do that for free, and so once they get their act together, we can deploy this. But I will leave the GitHub repo in the description so you can clone it and play with it. Like I mentioned, try adding more data if you want. I'd love to hear what people are doing with it in the comments. And again, once maybe Netlify gets back to me, we can have a working deployment. So thanks so much for watching. Do please like, subscribe, support the channel, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you.